20% versus 2%. According to a dating app study that tracked more than 5,000 swipes, a 1-point increase in physical attractiveness increased the chances to get a match by 20%. Upping the intelligence only increased the chances for a match by 2%. Well, awesome. Thanks for nothing. Thanks for watching. That is frustrating. But hold on for a sec. That is just online dating, and it doesn't explain why many people who aren't hot are perceived as super attractive. There are triggers that completely crush looks and make the average dude hot as hell. In order to be insanely attractive, looks just need to be good enough, not exceptional, and we will show you why. Have you heard of the invisible gorilla? It was a research project on selective attention. Participants were told to watch a video of two teams passing a ball. One team has white shirts, the other one black shirts. The viewers were told to count how many times the white team passes the ball. After the experiment, the participants were asked if they noticed the man in the gorilla costume on the video. Mid-video, he walked right through the center of the scene. It was so obvious, and yet most people didn't even see him. Even after they were told about it, they still had a hard time noticing him. That's how our brains work. It's inattentional blindness. We see what's relevant to us and fade out anything else, including men at level 1. His vibe. He is unnoticed, not unattractive. This type of man is literally invisible to women, to anyone. He has no presence, no style, and generally no signs of value, neither intrinsic nor extrinsic. He can be socially awkward, his manners are off, and he has an incredibly passive nature. He avoids confrontation at all costs, thus often lacks commitment to taking decisions or taking the lead, which is again unattractive to women. He has no leverage other than leading with compliments and being nice, disguising his sexual interest. This is not a good thing, as it is dishonest. A man stands by his true intentions. The man at level 1 is unnoticed because the mere existence as a man almost doesn't feel right to him. He's not ugly, yet he doesn't pay attention to his appearance at all. He's not in shape, not well groomed, and doesn't show any signs of vitality. How do women respond to him? Well, they don't. Attraction is built on the natural tension between men and women. If there is no energy flow at all, neither desire nor conflict, then sexual tension isn't possible. Some sort of polarity is always better than neutral mode. You can't afford to be invisible. If a man has no energy that women's radar can connect with, their brain literally filters him out. He blends in with the background noise of their surroundings. In psychology, we would say the unnoticed man is very low in social salience, meaning he's not able to draw attention from any observer. Additionally, he struggles with assertiveness and lacks confidence. Women do not feel triggered by him. There are no physical triggers and not enough character to be intrigued in any way. And it gets worse when women even avoid his mere presence as they feel uncomfortable around him. That can be due to an unappealing appearance or because the manners are off and he fails to follow the basic rules of the social game. What's missing and how to level up from here? What's missing are the basics of level 2. Start putting in foundational groundwork on yourself. You being stuck at level 1 can indicate a lack of self-respect and very low confidence. You have no identity as a man. Your goal is to reach level 2 and 3 for now. You first have to fix the relationship with yourself. Become your own best friend. A best friend wouldn't let you go down a path of illness, an unhealthy body, a lack of social skills, and no self-accountability. Work on yourself as a product and then show it to the world right away. Be okay with your existence. In order to be attractive, you need to be visible. Men nowadays think you need to be a male model or a Chad to be attractive to women. According to science, however, another concept matters way more, and that is averageness. According to averageness studies, average is perceived as very attractive to the majority of human beings. We tend to seek what's familiar to us. Anything extreme deviates too much from what we are accustomed to. When it comes to mating strategies, we seek mating partners that have minimal unusual features. That's because we want to reduce the risk of disadvantageous mutations. Features and traits that are typical seem to have persisted successfully within our population. You can do a Google search on average faces and you will notice they are good looking. Nothing exceptional but good looking, and everyone is still different. So the average person is attractive and unique. Of course, facial symmetry and a clean youthful skin add up to the aesthetics, which helps. The vibe and presence of the visibly attractive man. He's present when he walks into a room. He has a firm handshake, he's able to make and keep eye contact, which most men fail to do nowadays. The visibly attractive man makes a decent first impression and gets attention. He's noticed. He doesn't need to be the best looking guy, but he has style, an appealing appearance, well-groomed and decent physique. He's charming and he can leverage his presence to engage with women in the first place. How do women respond to him though? This level is surface level attraction, but at least he's in the game. Women find him attractive enough to give him choosing signals. They flirt with him and even seek physical contact here and there. However, after engaging with a visibly attractive man, there's a chance that women lose interest because they find him a bit dull. He seems to rely on his physical presence and basic flirting skills too much, so he struggles to build connection past the small talk stage. Women miss the depth and find nothing compelling about him. Thus, the initial attraction fades and they move on. The man they notice in the first place is quickly forgotten. Especially if there's a mismatch between his appealing presence and lack of character. Women don't find him authentic and sense that he's playing a role. Nice surface, lots of potential, but no traction, no genuine interest, and no energy that keeps them excited about him. What's missing then? He's missing anything that converts superficial attraction to deeper interest, a compelling character, and an intriguing energy that turns women from interested to invested. The key issue with this man is that he hasn't built his identity as a man yet. He's still very much controlled by his ego. He doesn't genuinely want to get to know the woman. He seeks validation through chasing her. Deep down, he's insecure and not confident. This is the type of guy who would switch up behavior just because a woman is beautiful. He wouldn't be able to set and follow boundaries. Whatever assets he brings to the table, he doesn't really feel it on the inside, which is why his entire energy is directed towards externals. At this level, things shift from looks to energy. There are two types of confident men, and you want to aim to be the second one. The first type is the confident performer, and that's what most men desire to be and think women want. Unfortunately, this is fake confidence. He has mastered confidence as a performance tool. He makes a very good first impression. He seems to be assertive, strong, and a leader type of guy. He doesn't need to rely on looks anymore because women find his energy attractive. He seems like an alpha male, but he isn't really the alpha male. For him, it's all external, as he lacks authentic confidence on the inside. He seeks validation and approval and uses his confident game to get the reassurance that he's valuable. Because he doesn't feel worthy, he plays the alpha to compensate. How do women respond to him? As mentioned, his energy vibes well with women, and based on initial engagement, women are very attracted to him. They notice him quickly and they are quite open and flirty with him for a few seconds, until the facade cracks and they get to know the person behind. Then they lose all interest within a second, sometimes. They intuitively notice that all the masculine attractive traits were just him playing the role. As long as the facade is being kept, it fools people. So what's missing then? The confident performer is ironically missing real confidence. He lacks anything that comes from within, such as self-esteem and mostly self-acceptance. He's not emotionally intelligent and is completely dependent on external validation. Otherwise, he would just be instead of making his presence a performance. And there's a chance that women will sleep with him but not keep in touch after that. He's being consumed for what he has to offer, which below surface isn't as much as he seemed to be. The confident performer is an insecure guy with a decent presence and a social skill set, who plays cool but isn't cool. Research shows that real confidence correlates with secure attachment. Women want that. His vibe. He doesn't try to impress. He embodies confidence and has a strong presence wherever he is. He has a trusted relationship with himself, and that's partially where the confidence comes from. He radiates a calm, composed, and grounded energy, and women can sense that. He isn't faking it, and he's not an insecure person. He's not an attention seeker, but naturally stands out when he walks into a room. Both men and women feel his energy when he's around. It can intimidate other men, but it's highly attractive to women. How do women respond to these confident guys? They respond well to them. Men and women perceive him as an alpha because he is. Women feel safe around him, and since his confidence is authentic, they trust him. The confident man owns his identity as a man. He is well in touch with his masculine traits such as assertiveness, maybe a higher disagreeableness, and the ability to take the lead and set boundaries. And these traits trigger something in women, and they tap into their feminine energy almost immediately. Women find them interesting beyond their looks. By the way, the bad boy cliché, he also sits at our level 3. Women feel very safe around him and trust that he can lead them through any challenge or threat. To be clear, women do not seek men who mistreat them. They are just very drawn towards the bad boy's dominant masculine traits and qualities as the leader of the pack. So much that they accept the negatives that come with that. Later on level 5, you will understand that any sort of disrespect, acting tough, or playing games isn't even remotely what a top tier man does. And women chase that guy like a chocolate dessert. What's missing? To be clear, if you sit at this level, you get far. You can navigate through life and be successful with women. Your innate confidence will always attract people. By the way, maybe you noticed something. This guy, as we describe him, is what most men on the internet consider a high-value man. In the next video, we will actually cover the high-value man, and you will see why he's even 2 levels above this guy here. So what's missing at level 3 for now? The confident man lacks the emotional depth and some ability to properly regulate himself. He might be aware of them, but he's not in touch with his vulnerabilities at all. He also fails to communicate his emotional needs, and neither is he able to address the women's emotional needs that well. The traits that make him so strong also make him less accessible and available. That can trigger his short and even mid-term attraction, but makes long-term relationships more difficult. This is the type of guy who would bail out of a relationship and seek other options as soon as things get emotionally too overwhelming. And it's easy for him to find new women. It's much harder for him to learn to connect below instinct level. He has to master the shift from attractive energy to deeper connection. After being with him, women move on and forget him. There's no longer lasting impact. He comes, excites, and goes. Increasing attractiveness past these 3 levels will make you the man that women won't forget. The type of guy who has a special place in their lives, and I'm not talking about friend zone. Men on level 4 and 5 are so respected by women that even a rejection doesn't make them lose their respect, and neither their attractiveness. Stay tuned for part 2 of the levels of attractiveness.